Hello and welcome to another update video about RUNE. So RUNE pushes above the key resistance level that we normally use to determine if something is a high B wave or not. So the idea was that possibly this was a high B wave or already the 5-wave move to the upside after a wave 2 correction finished in our trend reversal area. So basically two scenarios. First one, anyway, base case, main assumption, that RUNE completed 5 waves to the upside, okay, here, in a wave 1. That's basically a given. And then the idea was, okay, was this already all of wave 2? And we're now pushing higher, but we would need to see a 5-wave move again to confirm that, followed by a 3-wave move down. 1, 2, 3. No sign of wave 4 yet. And wave 5. Then a 3-wave pullback. When we have that, we have a 1, 2, 1, 2 setup. Then we should push higher from there. Or is this just an A wave of wave 2, this low that was made on the 12th of October? We have a 3-wave move up. It's still only a 3-wave move. And we come down in a C wave, and then we go. But both scenarios that we've been tracking are bullish. Now, if you take into account what I always say, that B waves don't really have a target. So it's only 3 waves. I cannot really take the B wave scenario off the chart, but if it extends above the 1.38 retracement of the A wave, it's unlikely still a B wave. So we'll assume that the low is in anyway, here in this wave 2, but we still haven't got 5 waves up. So I still need them to be able to put a support for the wave 2 onto the chart, okay? So the idea is, okay, we had 5 waves up, 3 waves down basically into support. What we can do is to calculate the ideal target for this wave 1, which is the lower degree wave 1. Let's try that. So what we do is we take the length of the main wave 1, higher degree. We go to the low of the wave 2. And then, now we get a problem. What we normally don't want is that we form, what we don't want is that we extend above the 78.6 extension without having seen a 1-2 setup. That creates a problem because that means it could be that this is simply forming an A, B, C structure, especially if it reaches $2.97, which is the 1-to-1 ratio, the 100% extension. So it just means be on the side of caution here. The trend is up. You can trade the trend to the upside, but be aware that this is not following ideal structures. So ideally, we would have liked to see a pullback in, either in orange wave 2, in orange wave 2 basically, before breaking above $2.65. So I'm observing that, it can still turn around here, but obviously pushing higher and higher. So it's a bit of a concern now that I'm going to observe. Obviously, if I see 5 waves up, even if it reaches $2.96, I will still add bullish support, but it just means we have to be on the side of caution that this could simply be a corrective rally, because it could be just an A wave in 5 waves, a B wave, and a C wave. The reason is that the A wave and the C wave, they often have the same length. And if it reaches the 100% extension, basically extends above the 78.6 and reaches the 100% extension, it's just a reason for concern. That's what we're doing at the moment. I mean, trend continuation. I mean, I would say, as long as, if you're trading the trend, as long as it's holding that last swing low at $2.40, I mean, the focus can be on higher. I just haven't seen 5 waves up yet that will allow me to put a 3-wave pullback support level on the chart. You can also use a trend line here, basically connecting those lows. I guess if that breaks, that might also be an indication that the trend is coming down. I just need to see where we land now. If it's at $2.96, we have the 1-to-1 ratio. It's not necessarily bearish, but it increases the risk that this is some kind of a B wave rally, okay? And we might even go to completely new lows. I will report on that in the coming days. Until then, the trend is, of course, up. It's not bearish, but the risk of an overall bearish outcome has increased. That's my update about RUNE. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.